Welcome back students to my channel. Today we will discuss very interesting topic in physics which is linear momentum. To understand this term linear momentum, we will review some real life examples. Students, look here. What we are observing from this video that when in the game of tennis, the tennis ball hits the player, he is not getting hurt. But if the ball is cricket ball moving with the same velocity as of the tennis ball hits the player gets hurt, he got hurt. What is the difference here? The velocity of the both balls are same. Okay, the velocity of both balls are same. So what is the difference? Why the cricket player got hurt but the tennis player is not hurt? The difference here is the difference of the mass of the balls. What is the difference? Difference of in the mass of the balls. The mass of cricket ball is more than the tennis ball. Okay. So the impact of motion will be more in which case? In the cricket. Okay, the cricket ball will create more impact of motion as comparison to the tennis ball. Why? Because the mass of the cricket ball is more, although both are moving with the same velocity. Let's move to the next example. What we have in the next example here, students. Now this is a truck which is moving with a very low speed. Suppose the speed of the truck is 5 meter per second. It is very low, but this truck may kill a person who will come on his way. Why? The speed is very low. Then why the impact of motion will be more? The impact of motion will be more because the truck is very heavy. Okay, why? What is the meaning of heavy? The mass of the truck will be more. Okay, so because of the more mass, the impact of the motion will be more. Let's move to the next example. Yeah, that's a very interesting example. What we are observing here, we know that a bullet, now the bullet is having very small mass. Okay, the mass of the bullet is what? Very small. But this bullet, when it fire from the gun, may kill a person. So again the question is why? Here the impact of motion depend upon which thing? It depend upon the velocity. The velocity of the bullet will be very large. So because of the large velocity of the bullet, the impact of motion will be more. So what we are getting from all these real life examples, students, that the impact of motion, what I am saying, the impact of motion depends upon the two factors. What are those two factors, students? The first factor is the mass of the object and the second factor is the velocity of the object. Okay, so what we need in the physics, we need that there must be one quantity which can combine these two terms, mass and velocity. Okay, so Newton identify that quantity and name that quantity as a linear momentum. Okay, so the impact of motion in the physics is defined by the quantity which is called as linear momentum. So what is this linear momentum, students? It of a body is defined as the product of mass of the body and velocity of the body. Clear, students? What is momentum? Product of mass of the body and the velocity of the body. It is denoted by letter P. And if we want to write it, the expression for P, momentum, it will be m into v. What is P here, student? P is nothing but momentum. P denotes here momentum, m denotes here mass, and v denotes here velocity. So momentum is nothing but a product of mass and velocity. Clear? Now, one more question comes here, that momentum is which quantity? It is scalar quantity or vector quantity? The answer is momentum is a vector quantity. What is the meaning of vector quantity, students? Vector quantities are those quantities which have magnitude as well as direction. Okay, those quantities are called as vector quantity. So momentum is a which quantity? Vector quantity. Now what will be the direction of the momentum? The direction of the momentum will be same as that of the direction of velocity. Okay, the direction of momentum is same as that is the direction of velocity. Now another question, what will happen if the body will be at rest? Students, if body will be at rest, what will be its velocity? Its velocity will be 0. So if velocity will be 0, the momentum is what? Product of mass and velocity. If velocity is 0, what will be my momentum? Momentum will also be 0. So means if a body is at rest, the linear momentum of that body will be 0. Okay, so the body which is at rest possesses no linear momentum. Clear, students? Now what next question which will generally come from this topic is, what is the SI unit for the momentum? It's very easy, students. What will be the SI unit? Momentum formula is what? Mass into velocity. Mass SI unit is what? Kg. Velocity SI unit is what? Meter per second. So momentum SI unit is what? Kg meter per second. Clear, students? One more questions they ask, that what will happen to the linear momentum if the mass of body is twice made twice? What is the meaning of twice? If the mass will become twice, twice means two times. Twice means two times. If mass will become two times, students, look the formula of the momentum, it is mass into velocity. If mass will become 2m, then what will happen to momentum? Momentum will also becomes 2 times. Okay, how it will change? 2 times. It will also twice. Same, if the velocity of the body will increase, okay, is made twice, what will happen to momentum? Then momentum will become, if the velocity will be twice, mass into velocity is that product. If the velocity becomes twice, two times, what will happen to the momentum? Okay, if the velocity becomes twice, the momentum will also becomes twice. Okay, look here, you can see here, this mv is nothing but a momentum. How many times it increased? Two times. Now what will happen if both mass and velocity become twice? If both mass and velocity will become twice, sorry, here will become, comes here v. Okay, then 2 into 2 is 4 mv is nothing but a momentum. So momentum will become how many times? 4 times. Okay, so these questions they generally ask in exams. So I hope it is clear to you. Now students, what we are getting from this, that the impact of motion depends upon the two things. What are those two things? Mass and velocity. So in physics, that impact, Newton gave that impact a new name, what we call that linear momentum. Okay, so which will combine both those two quantities. Which those two quantities? What are those two quantities? Mass and velocity. So this linear momentum is nothing but a product of mass and velocity. Okay, and what is this linear momentum? This is a vector quantity, students. And what will be its direction will be same as that of the direction of velocity. What will be its SI unit? SI unit is kg meter per second. Why? Mass SI unit is what? Kg. Velocity SI unit is what? Meter per second. The product of both is the SI unit of momentum. Clear, students? I hope this topic linear momentum is clear to you. If it is clear to you, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you, everybody.